How are ya?
Good. Wilson Ross from Black Women TV. It's been a minute, but we're coming back. We're here now. Last we left, we saw Whitney, going through some drama. Obviously, for those who are anticipating, for all three of you, are we going to be happy and loved by the time the season ends, or we're still going to be looking for it?
I think
Starting off
we're
with
all
you, Amber.
happy always. We're
Yeah.
all finding joy in different parts of our lives. I don't know necessarily if finding the one is the ultimate goal here anyway.
And that's what makes our show special is we find happiness in so many other things that don't involve just, looking for a man and finding the man and keeping the man.
Yeah.
Our friendship is such a core part of our happiness, our jobs, our families. We're well-rounded ladies.
But they're there, though.
Dimensions.
Speaking of Rich Bresha, we were talking about your character in the other room. Like, Bresha. I'm always saying it wrong. I'm always saying my apologies.
Okay, I will correct you.
So, the question goes, I guess, regarding your character, is it about love or is it about status?
Oh. That's the walk, huh? That's the walk that she has to realize, is it worth it? And she has to figure out, is love even in it? Like, does it even matter? And what does that mean? And how do people show up for her? And she just lets it all just paints a perfect picture at the end, you'll see. But, she's walking that out. She's trying to figure it out, She's been playing it by the book and trying to do her thing. And sometimes you never know what could happen.
And even though there's the friendship between the three of you, when it comes to Sondi, is it a battle between love or career?
Well, I think she proved in season 1 that she was willing to put the two together. Like, she wasn't afraid to choose one or the other because she put everything on the line to be with Matthew. And that was very much a melding of both. What I think is exciting is this season, because she's already taken that risk and proven that it doesn't have to be one or the other, and that she's willing to risk love and career to try and have both. You see her make a decision about what it means for her to truly be independent. I think that's really the journey you see her going on this season, is what it looks like to choose yourself, and what it looks like to choose yourself unapologetically, and also to still respect, what you have, but to choose being independent and walking that line unapologetically and boldly. So.
Amber, I spoke to Tosin earlier and I said to him, would it have been easier if she told you she cheated early on as opposed to later on, closer to the wedding date? Obviously we're here now. You think back and reflect. Would it have been easier if the writers had said, okay, just tell him you cheated early on as opposed to more recently?
We'll never know. She told him what she told him, and that had to be her story. She needed to sit in it and really decide. She went to all of her friends in season 1, figuring out, do I keep this to myself? Do I take this to my grave? Do I walk into this marriage with a lie? Or do I tell the truth and we start on a fresh foot? So she needed to go through that journey. And now in second season, she's going to pay the consequences for that choice she made. I mean, there are so many paths you can take when you move through life. And that was the one that she chose. And so now she and Ola need to figure out if they're going to be able to make things work, or if they need to move their separate ways and figure out how to just be independent on their own and not try to. Whitney spent so much of her time trying to make the relationship perfect and ignored what would make her happy in that relationship. So she needs to figure out if she can be in that relationship and be fulfilled, or if she needs to look elsewhere and to find that.
As I watch the show, and I'm looking at every time I watch every different episode, it's always the outfits that stand out. When you're working with Patricia Field and the other costume designers, do you have a say as far as what you want to wear and how you want to wear it?
I think Patricia is an incredible collaborator. And so is Tracy Cox, who, they worked very closely together. They both were very much responsible for what we wore. I think she actually works better if you give her, say, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. And she likes when you make crazy decisions, because it's never a no. It's like, what about this? What about that?
Mm-hmm.
And I was really excited because this season I got to wear like a couple of her like coats. Patricia's so small, I can't fit her clothes. But there were a couple of her coats that were like custom made for her by designers. There's like only one, like I wore this Andre Walker coat. in the second episode that I did not want to take off. So you see the entire episode. But she's so fun. And I think she works so well when you're just like making crazy decisions. She makes even crazier ones with you. And then it turns into this beautiful potion that you guys get to enjoy.
Yeah, and she's so open for discovery too. We used a lot of Black designers this season. And some of the designers they weren't privy to. And I was like, I went to Fashion Week. We need to reach out to these people and see what happens if we wear this? What happens if we incorporate this? And they were open for it, and Patricia and Tracy, he's a part of the culture. But Patricia, she wants to work with Black women because she honors how we put it all together, the nails, the hair, the makeup, and how it all speaks for one outfit. So she got to have a lot of fun with each and every one of us this season.
Before I let you go, when you're working with different directors on this particular series or different writers, what part of your skill set as actresses has improved? Whether or not you've done something new that you can take on to your other projects, whatever you may do afterwards. Anyone of you can answer it.
I would say I did shadow Nasrin Dubai on this season. She was one of our directors that also directed last season, our therapy episode last season. She came back this season, and it was incredible to watch her because she's had her foot in so many different parts of the industry. She's been an editor, she's been a DP. Now she's, directing, she's a writer. So just being able to follow her around and see her process for pre-production and her shot list and everything she does to create the artistry to the level that she does it. I think what it does for me as an actor is gives me more of an appreciation for what goes into it, but also just it helps you navigate. I don't know, when you're aware of every single piece around you, it just it helps you navigate the scenes better. I don't know how to put it into words other than to say you just have a heightened sense of awareness for what's going on around you. And it just brings the performance out of you even more.
Yeah, I think also because our show was directed by lots of female, mostly out of all 8 episodes, we had 7 women direct all of the episodes, different female directors. And so to see executive producers that are women, our showrunner, it's all female forward. So I know for me, I'm taking that approach of just open diversity and just women telling our stories into every set. Why can't a woman fulfill this role? Mm-hmm. Why can't we have a female sound engineer? Why can't we have all women? What does that look like? And we were able to see that reflected on our show.
Well said. It's good to see you guys back. I'm sure the fans are waiting for it. So let's keep it going. I'll talk to you guys season 3. We'll make it happen.
All right. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Take care.